there's always some technological advances that are happening. Um, Walmart, Sam's Club, they are trying to or seeking to leverage AI. Right, we talked about AI
Who isn't?
several times. Um, talked about AI several times on the podcast. Obviously, for those who are new to what AI is, which if you're new to it, you're probably living under a rock. It's artificial intelligence. And essentially, what Walmart and Sam Club is trying to do is just make the customer experience more expedited, smoother, and more
you
efficient.
think you think a
Right. So
corporation is trying to help the
so
customer
no,
at any
I'm
point?
of course I'm being a little cheeky when I say that, right?
Okay,
I'm
my
I'm I'm
God.
obviously
Well,
being a
just
little cheeky
say.
when I say that, but like that's what they pitch, right?
Of course.
We all
Okay.
know ultimately, and that's what I'm going to conclude. We all know what the ultimate goal is. We already know what that is, but
Okay.
I'm going to get there. I just want to go through this. Um, so essentially, they're implementing all these technological advances to help the consumer have a better experience overall from top to bottom, from entering the store and leaving the store. So
Is what they claiming. Okay.
that's what they claim.
Okay.
The CEOs and all those guys, they have to say they have to dress it up a certain way so that. Anyways, I'm gonna get to that part. So what's happening is there's a big trade show, like a tech show, for all types of tech companies that will go there, but also like Fortune 500 companies and all that. It's called
CES.
yes, it's called CES,
Hmm.
right? And it's basically and I just kind of want to give people like a straight on definition of exactly what they promote to be as an organization. It actually falls under CTA, which is the Consumer Technology Association. CA basically showcases companies, including manufacturers, developers, suppliers of consumer technology hardware, content, technology delivery systems, and more. It also includes a conference program where the world's business leaders and pioneers, thinkers, pioneering thinkers, address the industry's most relevant issues. So that's basically what it is in a nutshell. So it's a massive, huge trade show. That's what it's supposed to be, right? It's,
Okay.
it's that's what it's supposed to be, right?
CS. So
So,
CS started back in like the 60s,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
And you know, your vacuum cleaner salesmen and all these kind of people will go to these things. You know what I mean? If you're in the industry, you can go to CES,
Yeah.
whatever these, as long as it's like in the tech industry,
Yeah.
right? And then like it's this huge thing now. It's the place to be, and it's sort of like
Yeah,
you
nowadays, yeah,
pitch
it's
to
gotten
each
really
other,
big.
and these
Yeah.
corporations have ways to collaborate with each other in the
Mm-hmm.
space, and then like mingle and network and stuff like
And they
that.
can introduce new procedures, new methods, things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, they have like a bunch of like what they call them, like speaking in sessions and stuff, all that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
thing.
Speakers and all that.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And that so that's that. Yeah, and
so
that's
how
that's
how are they implementing AI? What are
yeah,
they
and that's
gonna
that's
what are
the
they
next
trying
thing I
to do?
was getting to. So, like for example, so Sam's Club, the way that they're implementing AI is you've been to like Costco's or like a Sam's Club where like when you're leaving after you've purchased all your items, they have a person standing there that their only job is to scan the receipt, right, to make sure that you've
Yeah, it's
purchased
usually
it.
like some like old person, you know
Yeah,
what I
some
mean?
older
They like can't
person.
really lift no boxes, so they
Yeah,
can't
you know what
stock
I'm saying. But
shelves.
but at least but at
Yeah,
least it,
and
it
then
gives
I go technology because all these like checkout cashier systems are
right.
like very technical now, so they could
Right,
check a
exactly.
receipt, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. And for the older person, it's actually, it's actually it's more positive than anything because they're actually out and about.
Uh huh.
They get to stand up and have some exercise, walk around a little bit, and they're still using a little bit of brain power to scan
Yeah,
receipts,
and they
right?
get to
So they,
enter
and they
also.
get
You
to
get
get
to
up and talk to
socialize. You
folks.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
yeah,
Talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
folks and all that.
Because
So they
a lot of older people, especially older men,
mhm.
have a high suicide rate just because of loneliness,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I've
mad
heard that,
loneliness. So
especially in
having
retirement homes too.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
having
big retirement homes.
something to do,
Mhm.
still feeling like useful. It's but I hate to be acting like Walmart is providing this great service to mankind. But go ahead, I'll let you
Yeah,
finish.
so Sam's Club, right? So they're using like these scanners that leverages AI where like instead of they're having a person standing there to scan the receipts, as you're exiting, it scans everything that's in your cart,
With
right?
like a camera or something.
Yeah, it's like some kind of scanner or camera or something like that. And they said that it's something that they've already kind of like piloted. It's like a pilot program in like 10 stores. And if it does well, if
How
it's
the hell you
accurate,
gonna do that with all my stuff in these bags?
and that's why you have pilot programs, right? To see where the shortcomings are, how to make it more efficient, and to see if it's even possible, right? So that's what they're doing. They
Bro,
have a
I be
pilot
seeing these
program
people
with
go with this
that.
stuff stacked to the brim. How you
Yeah,
gonna
and
see
it's
that
like exactly like, and
one
even like the
little
things that's under the
thing
the,
that's
the
under the
bin,
other
and
thing?
yeah. So immediately when I read that, I was like, I can already see quite a few issues with this.
I mean, I'm
But
gonna tell you like this: Walmart is a very. I mean, they is it Walmart or not? Is that Bank of America? It might be Bank of America, but Walmart and them like they're big on investing in these new technologies, and they actually put the
yeah,
money behind it. So I'm like,
yep.
okay, yeah, it might sound stupid to us,
Mhm.
but like,
I mean,
because
there's
the
a
thing is,
lot.
they're trying. Well, they do whatever they gotta do to get rid of their employees.
That
Okay.
and that's the conclusion of the entire thing. I was just
So
trying to
I'm
get
like,
to
if
that.
they spend all this money
So,
to develop or to invest into a
mhm,
company, a technology company to do this thing for them,
mhm.
maybe they seeing something that I'm not seeing. But that bit don't look like it don't work for me. It
No,
don't look like
so
it'll work.
this is yeah. I mean, again, it's a pilot program, so you kind of with the pilot program, you kind of figure out what the shortcomings are, and then you address those shortcomings, test it again to see if it's
I even
possible to overcome
try.
those things,
That's silly.
and if it's still and if the solutions are creating more and more problems, then obviously they're just gonna do away with it. But their plan is apparently it's going well, and their plan is to incorporate this in like 600 clubs by the end of this year, 2024. So they're gonna expand on this pilot. So apparently it's been doing well enough where they feel comfortable enough to expand. This is Sam's Club, right? So Walmart specifically, Walmart's already doing drone deliveries. They do like 20,000 drone
Mm-hmm.
deliveries over the last 2 years, which is kind of wild.
Is Amazon
Um,
already doing that too? I think Amazon had
I
said
would
they was
imagine
actually start doing
Amazon is
that.
probably doing that.
Okay.
I've only been hearing more of like Walmart, like really doing something. But I would
That's so
imagine. I mean,
weird.
AWS. I mean, we have the technology to do. I mean, they can easily do that. I don't see why they wouldn't even be looking into that. But it is kind of weird. But Walmart is obviously trying to have a grapple on that
Yeah.
particular part of the of the sector to get there before Amazon, so they can have more leverage and all that. So, but anyways, um, so they want to be able to expand to 1.8 million additional households. So out of 20,000, they want to increase from 20,000 drone deliveries to 1.8, right?
Yo, these things is flying all over the guy.
Yeah, can you
1.8 million.
imagine? Can you
It's
imagine? So
like,
like, so what's happening is, so the 1.8 additional households in Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex specifically, right? They want to be able. So right now, currently, they have these AI powered drones, which for the most part they are AI powered, but you still have someone controlling them, right? I mean, you still have to be able to like put the coordinates in so they can get there and come back. But anyways,
yeah.
right now though, it's being done in Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Utah, and Virginia. And the items get delivered in 30 minutes or less. So for the consumer, it's kind of convenient. It's kind of like,
Hey,
and it's kind
you
of like a
think,
cool little
yeah.
experience. It's kind of like, oh, I
But
get a
also they
drone.
upcharge your
But
stuff
well, yeah,
another
of
dollar,
course, and then you got to pay
you
for the
know,
delivery fee with the
and who knows all
drone.
the accidents, this thing's running into power lines. So the
That's
consumer
very
that's
true.
not ordering anything now
Mm-hmm.
has a black light because the power line hit their joint.
Yep.
It's all kinds of externalities that can happen. And all
Mm-hmm.
I know is these companies like Walmart, it's gonna be the government that subsidizes all the
Oh,
other
absolutely,
the negative part and pays for it all, which means
absolutely.
us.
As long as they can tax it, they're gonna take control over it for sure.
No, the government ain't gonna take control over it, but they're gonna like
No, I'm saying
fix the
in
power
a
line.
way,
Or
in a way, they'll still be able to have quite a bit of say of like how it's done. That's what I'm saying. There's
well, if
they're
we
gonna
have
they're
some
gonna leverage some
regulation,
form of control. They're gonna
if
leverage
we
some
get
form of control.
well,
Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
if we get regulation,
yeah,
but like
you don't think there's gonna be regulations?
no, there's gonna have to be regulate, but only regulation. They're gonna have regulations, but what I'm saying is this: for example, Walmart doesn't pay its employees a fair wage,
Of course
right?
not. We know
Why it
that.
doesn't is because if it allows they pay certain employees a certain amount because
Mhm.
they make they fall under the poverty line, and if
And
they
they can
fall in the
take
poverty
advantage of
line,
social programs.
they can go
Yes,
to social programs, and
yes,
so basically we are subsidizing part of a paycheck for an
yes.
employee that works at Walmart when
Hmm.
they could just pay them a proper living wage,
Hmm.
and then they won't have to get social security, or they don't have to
Hmm.
get Medicare or food stamps and all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
which is a burden on the social programs.
Yes,
So but what we do is we allow Walmart to get away with paying these like low wages,
egregious wages. Yeah,
and
egregious.
we elect people that gives tax subsidies
Uh
to
huh.
these corporations,
Yeah.
and we pay for the social programs with our taxes. So it's all a clear chain of events that's happening there. So
Yeah.
just
It's all
like
connected.
that,
Hmm.
whatever externalities that happens with Walmart launching these drones,
Hmm.
whether if it's a power grid that they freaking crash into, whether if
Hmm.
it's the battery technology that now we already have a shortage in chips, right? So we're gonna have to like the government has a chip program now with semiconductors and everything to try to like build them here
Hmm.
or source materials from elsewhere to build to up our chip game.
Hmm.
They Walmart isn't investing in that. Walmart is going to let the government do all that and then reap the benefits from that,
Wow.
and being like, hey, we're employing people, so the government's going to give them tax subsidies or refunds because they're employing people, just like the PPP loan kind of thing.
Mhm.
So yeah, Walmart is doing this, but they're only going to get the good side of it, and the bad side is going to fall on the rest of us to figure the fuck out. Even if
Yeah.
it's something like a random drone just hit me upside the head as I sit
Mhm.
at the bus stop.
Mhm.
Walmart's gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, the government gave us the city government gave us these special insurance so that we can do this in case this thing happened. Guess what? The special insurance that comes out the city budget
Mhm.
to pay for your injuries. Who pays the city budget? Your tax dollars.
Yeah.
They
Absolutely.
do shit like that.
Make
I'm
them
just
out of our
saying.
pockets. Yeah. Yeah.
The
I mean,
the
it's all valid points. All valid points. Um. So I did just want to just mention a couple of the last things that they got going on.
yeah.
And just real quick, they're also gonna use AI to like leverage like the search tools that you use like in your applications to find things quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even like they're also gonna leverage like augmented reality AR to like you can play dress up pretty much, and you can share like fashion tips and all that stuff, like fashion tips at
That's
Walmart.
not bad.
So you'll
You
be
can
able to
take a
like
picture of yourself and
yeah,
you
take a
got to
picture of
try it
yourself and they'll
on,
try. It's gonna be like a try
kind of
on kind of
thing.
thing. Yeah. And they
Mm-hmm.
also have this thing called in home where like you can. It's also I'm pretty sure it's gonna use AR as well. To like replenish like what's in your refrigerator. So it's probably gonna be using like
Mm-hmm.
some kind of camera, and you open your fridge and it's gonna be like, hey, you bought these things from Walmart. It looks like you're missing these things, so that's how it's gonna
They
track
have
it.
this thing
And
they was
also EV
trying a while
chargers is what
ago.
I have. EV chargers for like
EV chargers.
yeah, they'll have
Okay,
EV
first of all,
chargers
the
like
refrigerator
outside.
thing. I know they have
Yeah.
the thing with the RFIDs.
Mm-hmm.
That they was experimenting on, and having like if you have a refrigerator, like a special refrigerator that
Mm-hmm.
reads the fridge itself reads RFIDs,
Yeah.
and you have your account, your Walmart account logged into the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
All these things are smart technology now. Whatever
Yeah.
I forget, there's a
Yeah.
term for them. What do they call them?
Smart home. Smart home.
Smart home and all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, 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 no, it's called. What I'm thinking of is it's smart home, but I'm thinking of Internet of Things. Internet of
Okay.
Things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Internet
Internet
of
of
Things.
Things.
So
Yeah.
this is all these things that are like connected to the
IoT.
internet at your house, but that's just like household stuff. For example, your thermostat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even having your refrigerator connected to the internet. So it'd be part of all that network,
Mm-hmm.
and it would know, oh, this milk is. It would know automatically that milk is supposed to expire on such and
Yeah.
such date,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't know if they
It'll
have
see
like
like
a
a
scale
reminder or
in there to
something.
know how much how much weight is in the thing, whatever.
Nah,
Some they have some.
that would be a little creature.
I don't know. These smart refrigerators kind of wild.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it would just like automatically
Wow.
order. It would automatically order the milk for you,
Mm-hmm.
and then like get delivered to your house. But like it'll build a basket, whatever. You get to
Yeah.
approve the basket, and then like it'll come to your house. But you said
Mm-hmm.
that thing about the EV chargers. That's kind of smart. It's kind of
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. Because so you go to Walmart, you have if you got an EV, and then you go ahead and charge it on. You
I'm
be
gonna
all
say
right.
I'm gonna say what's particularly smart about that is typically people with like EV cars electric vehicles
Mm-hmm.
ain't the typical Walmart people.
That's what makes it weird, actually. That's what makes it weird.
But
But they're obviously trying to
they're
drive them there.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
trying to drive them to
That's kind
Walmart.
of smart.
So
Because like those people like are typically like Target people. I could see them being at Target.
absolutely,
You know what I mean? I could see them going to
absolutely.
Whole Foods type thing. But the people that go to Walmart, it's a special a special group of people that be at Walmart, dog. Like
I
I know people who
intentionally
just
avoid
will not
Walmart.
go to Walmart.
Yeah, I intentionally just don't go unless it's absolutely
Don't go
necessary
to
for something.
Walmart. And
Like
those type of people don't tend to be. They like their trucks. I'm put it that way.
they do like their
They like
trucks.
their trucks and they like that gas. They want to hear it
They
go
do.
vroom vroom, right? And the EV don't go vroom vroom. They have some artificial sounds sometimes that come out like that. But like,
Well,
imagine now this whole.
them trucks starting to go. You starting to not be. You got them EV trucks now. Them joints, you
I
can't even
know
hear
they
them
they
anymore.
doing they doing that part. You know what I mean, and building them
Yeah,
things out. But like,
yeah,
there's some people like them Walmart. There's some Walmart shoppers that don't even care for that. You know what I mean? It's a
that's
truck.
true.
But
That's
that
true.
bit on like they go and put these special exhausts on their truck so they could put more. You
Yeah,
ever see them big ass truck with the
yeah,
big ass
yeah. I see. Yeah,
mufflers
see it
on
all
the
the
top
time.
so they could
Mm-hmm.
put more freaking CO2 in the
Mm-hmm.
atmosphere.
Yeah,
But
seeing that.
these people now, if your shit takes about maybe it's a fast charger, but you
Mm-hmm.
still need like 30-45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there anyways in the parking lot. This is a whole new consumer base
Yeah.
potentially.
But you're
That
also
might
in
go up in the
but you're
store.
also but you're not just running. Most people are not just running in and out of Walmart. Even if your plan was to run in there, you might end up finding yourself being in there for like 30 to 45 minutes, and by the time you're done, your car's
Right,
charged.
but I mean, like, but even if
It
you
makes
did that,
sense.
you're not necessarily an EV charging person. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
true. That's true.
But like, we need to. This is a reason for an EV charging person to go to
To
Walmart.
actually go to
But
Walmart,
those
yeah,
EV
because
charging
it's
people
chargers.
don't be going to Walmart.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And
That's
now they
true.
have chargers. You can go to Walmart. That's pretty smart. That's not
Yeah.
bad. But these drones things, man. That I said, man, I'm not advocating violence, but you know what I mean. If one pop up in my yard, I know what I'm gonna do. If I see a Walmart drone in my yard, if you know
Mm,
what I'm saying.
mm.
You know what I mean? On some Florida stand your
Yeah.
ground type joint. Corporations all in your backyard joint,
Florida
man.
man. Florida man. Florida man.